Oh my gosh. I feel new, like,
So, welcome to another episode of the Two Ways to Say It. I
yes.
am your boy, KC, and I ain't got to say the rest because y'all know what's up. Uh
Yeah. Anyway, and I am Ashley Renee.
huh. Boo. Oh, the reason that
hmm
we've been missing action is because we were stranded on the island.
Yes.
And only the real people can get in the island. So of course, only we were there. Like nobody else can get stranded there, and we could not get out. But we were
hmm
saved, and we're back. But no,
Yes,
Ashley,
everyone.
why were we absent? Why were we absent?
Technical difficulties. He did not pay that Wi-Fi bill. Well, I'm sorry, the internet bill. Or his phone bill. So and yeah, so he had to wait till he come up on that check to pay it.
Okay,
So
and that's it. And it's back on. So get what? I'm pulled up. I ain't had to pay it. I just pulled
period. So yeah,
up.
let me clear the air because we don't want nobody to take it and run with it. But oh, they
No,
ain't
I
paying
wanted
that
to
bill.
run with that,
Oh, okay. So he
and I
didn't
better
pay
and I
his
better
internet
hit.
bill.
Yeah, let's run with it, and I want to hear about it.
My song of today is since I'm wearing white, even though I don't know if it has anything to do with the song, but whatever. It's an old school song. It's by John B. and it's Calling on You. So everyone, is it calling on? Yeah, calling on you. So it's calling on you, calling on you, calling on,
Okay,
call. Oh, so
and that
yes. Um,
what they got
and
to
that
do?
because it's like I'm pure, like
Per
pure. Yeah, like
okay,
I'm
then
pure.
you're
So
per
yeah,
okay, okay,
yeah. And
okay,
then
yeah,
they
I
be
get it.
calling on me. So
Got
that's
it.
like I'm trying to make the connection. You know what I'm
Got you.
saying?
It's connected. So my song of the day, I'm gonna stay on topic today is no
hmm
friends in the industry. My brothers been my brothers, man. You
Man,
niggas ain't no
you ain't
kidding.
no
That's a
kidding me. A
fact.
fact. Hey.
Yeah, yeah. Because you know it, somebody gotta have it back. Wait,
Cause get
that
up, Drake. Get up,
get oh
please.
please.
Please get up.
I got your baby. Please get up. I can't do it so long. Get up.
Period.
But yeah, that's Drake. No friends in it. So if you got a phone, if you be on the internet, I'm pretty sure you know what's been going on this last little week. It might have been going on the week before too. I'm gonna say the last two
Feel
weeks.
longer than a week.
Yeah, it's seemed long. But we see that Drake and Kendrick Lamar is going at it. They having a rap beef and it's getting real ugly. Um,
Definitely getting
and of
ugly.
course, if anybody know, it started technically Kendrick Lamar kicked it off. On his feature on the Future and Metro Boomin song, and of course, people they knew it was about Drake, they knew it was about people, whatever. But I don't think nobody expected it to be this. And so
hmm
Drake put out a response, and Kendrick Lamar put out a response, and then Drake put out another response, and then Kendrick Lamar put out another response. So it is getting
Like
real
an
ugly.
hour later, but go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
they was in the drafts, but yeah. So that's where we at right now. The internet definitely is not on Drake's side. But we're gonna dive into it. We don't listen to the internet. We're gonna dive into what's really going on. So when you first saw that they was beefing, what's your initial what's them thoughts?
So my initial reaction, of course, is like they're the top heavy hitters when it comes to like the male rappers, right? You got Drake,
hmm
the Scorpio. Just I'm living it. I'm a Scorpio myself, and then we have Kendrick, who is the Gemini, the what is it like the teacher of the group, like.
hmm
And Drake is like the emotional who can go deep and their revengeful type
Yep.
thing where you know what I'm saying. So it's
hmm
just like, okay, yeah, I'm loving this. Now I don't know what the real beef is about, and do I care? No. And I like the fact like that they're going back to
Yes.
back because
hmm
usually, and not to compare like female rappers or other rappers, but you just get one song and it's quiet. It's like,
hmm
no, you saying something about me, I'm finna say something back. And
hmm
it's almost like talking beef,
Yeah, it is.
like just normal talking or whatever. But I can't lie, I'm really enjoying is up, but people trying to make it seem like Drake just like he just murdered Drake. It's like, come
hmm
on, y'all, let's stop and think for a second.
hmm
He's not murdering him. He hasn't
Right.
murdered him. Like
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick Lamar here, and then Drake is like literally right here.
Right over
So
there.
let's stop playing. And yes, I am
Mm-hmm.
taking my emotions out of it. Okay, yes, I like Drake and I like Kendrick Lamar too.
Right.
So
Yeah, I love rap beef. I love back and forth. That's what I be wanting. Like I don't care about this, and I think that's part of the sport. Back in the day,
mm-hmm,
that was part of the sport. Now it's like it's the worst thing in the world. They be acting like it's so bad, but that's part of it. So I like, and I actually like it's like this. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. It seemed like Drake wasn't prepared for this because I don't think he knew that Kendrick Lamar was always wanting to diss him. Because that's what I'm going with. I'm going with Kendrick Lamar. Always wanted to do this, and that's why he got so much to say. It's like
mm-hmm.
it was brewing. He was trying to let him just. He was like he threw the bait out there. I ain't gonna say. I guess Drake took the bait and he took the opportunity. Like, yes, I'm finna diss that one of the top ones. I'm finna go there. So I think he always wanted to do it. The dishes just came out too fast. I'm sorry. If and I know I'm assuming Kendrick write. So if you writing, you didn't write that in 5 hours. So I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
It's just too long. So this was stuff I already drafted. So that was my initial. Now when I listened to him, and to be honest, and I really do hate beefs like that, where it's like the internet try to side with people, and it's like, oh, he really saying this, but technically, with the most stuff Kendrick Lamar was saying was stuff that the internet was already saying. I think it's like what they like to hear. If everybody already saying it, just put it on the beat, and now we like
Mm-hmm.
it because it's not like he's saying something that like we ain't seen posted before. It's just nothing new, but apparently, people gonna act like it's new because I don't know. It seemed like were people too waiting to did people all like not like Drake and they was waiting to get on this train? Because it seemed like that's what it is. Like
That's
though how
definitely
quick
what
people
it
switch.
is.
I think people
Yeah.
been waiting for him to have like this one thing where they like, okay, now I can say what I gotta say because it's weird. I've never, I'll be honest, I've never seen Drake go through something where the majority or at least a little over half is not on his side at all.
And I agree too, because like somebody said, it's like 1 minute y'all was sitting here room for Drake,
Yeah.
all this, especially when it came, between the beef between him and Meek Mills. Like he
Mm-hmm.
definitely murdered Meek Mills with that,
For sure.
and Pusha T as well.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, okay, it's Team Drake, Team Drake. Now, don't get
Mm-hmm.
me wrong. Yes, Kendrick Lamar is a lyricist. Don't get me
Mm-hmm.
wrong. Like compared to like him and Drake, they're here. They're on the same
Right.
level. Now,
Mm-hmm.
not saying that Drake shouldn't take the L, and of course somebody got to lose, I guess, in the
Right.
rap
Yeah.
beef,
True.
technically in a way. People flip flopping, I don't know, and you have every right to, but it's just funny to me now. Even when it came to like the Nicki and the Meg
Mm-hmm.
beef. Okay, so I when Meg was going, doing her whole little thing with Tory Lanez and all this, everybody just like, she playing victim, all this, she
Mm-hmm.
can't rap
The
none of
moment.
this. But the moment she go up against Nicki Minaj, and nobody's gonna sit here and tell me that Meg this song was better than Nicki Minaj. I'm
Man,
sorry, it
no
just
way.
wasn't.
Mm-mm.
Meg's song was not a diss song. It was not a
No.
diss song to Nicki. She
Mm-hmm.
didn't say Nicki name, none of that. I didn't hear Nicki name unless I missed it.
No.
But you clearly know who Nicki was talking about in her
Mm-hmm.
song. But anyway, that's enough of them. But to me, that's how it is. It's like, did y'all really like Drake?
That's what it don't seem like it.
Right. Everybody just I'm not hearing like, dang, Drake stuff was good, but okay, Kendrick Lamar won this one. It's like
Yeah.
any Drake just go hang
Yeah.
himself.
Yeah.
Drake, that's it. Like, but it's like,
Yeah.
damn. Like,
Yeah.
so I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. That's what I'm questioning. Like,
Yeah.
did y'all really like Drake?
People, when you're at the top of something and when you seem invincible, even though you're not trying to be, when you just win and do stuff that much, people are literally waiting for that downfall.
Plotting.
People,
They
lit,
plotting.
people literally looking at it like, I can't wait till that day, till they come down from that, or I can't wait till they not right. And I don't get it. So I think low key it is like you've just been a hater the whole time, but faking it because the majority
Mm-hmm.
does like this person. So you're really not being true to you. So I think if you didn't like Drake in the first place, there was no point in faking like you liked them. You should just went
Yeah.
with it. Yeah.
My understanding from what Drake said is like he was purposely saying this stuff around him. Like he the one that caught the bait. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but who's to say like the stuff that Kendrick Lamar? was it saying, or people been saying about him like
Right.
having like a daughter or something like that.
Hmm.
Until I see that daughter, you ain't got one. I
Yeah.
hate to
Yeah.
say it. Until the stuff ain't out there,
Hmm.
it ain't out there.
Yeah, and you know we'll see
So
it because Pusha T pulled the sun out. So if it is true, we will see it. That's why I say it's kind of like, but these days, do people even care about if something is true or not? It's literally the point of the person we want to be talked about and get talked about. They don't care about if that's still true or not. It's just the fact of
true.
we'll get behind it just because that's how people do. When people want to band up with somebody, they will literally believe lies. They will whatever it looks bad on that person, we're gonna roll with it
True.
because it's going because they think it's a downfall. But between them right now, like you said, I'm seeing Kendrick, and it's because of his speed of his stuff. Like he just put it out too
Yeah.
fast. It's more calculated when you win with it. Like you know what I'm saying. Like that's how it works. When a normal rap beat, people kind of listen to it. Like they'll respond to some days.
Analyze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it's calculated, well, I'm gonna put this out at this time because I know people going. It's calculated. It's
Mm-hmm.
what can you do with it? Metro Boomin and Rick
Oh
Ross and
yeah.
people who and for real, Drake helped. If you want to say anything like, and these people who, like I said, like, were fans of him, well, they pulling up tweets of them now. Y'all were fan. I'm gonna say fangirling. Like this is the best
Mm-hmm.
man y'all ever met. Like this man and put y'all career on the map. Thank you for this song. Thank you for doing this. Because Drake is one of the people who gave Metro Boomin those looks, like on his songs when he put them on his albums. He was producing some of them big songs for Drake, and because it was Drake, that's his name started getting big.
Yeah.
So to see the switch when, to be honest, it's not warranted. Like you know what I'm saying? It ain't like he to put a whole diss out to y'all, but it just to me it's scary to know that you have people who you quote unquote help or you call everybody friends and all this. And the moment that everybody talking about you, they're gonna jump right on it. Like they gonna literally everything they've been saying around you probably was a lie. The whole time
Mm-hmm.
they looking at your success, they ain't like it. They probably congratulated you, but didn't like it. They wanted you to
Yeah.
fall. And I think that's scary. I think that is really scary to have that many people who then flipped on him, who could he consider friends or industry friends.
Um. Again, like you said, I'm not, and I can't tell people what to do because
Mm-hmm.
if I was in those situations, like, would I just air somebody out right then? Like, no, I'm not. You had to been did something like
Something.
real low
Mm-hmm.
for me to go out and make a
Yeah.
diss song or do something like you had
Mm-hmm.
to do something low to ground. I'm not saying Drake ain't did nothing to him, but
Right.
I am questioning what did he do to make you
Be that,
side
do
with
that.
somebody after he
Mm-hmm.
didn't help you.
And he put that beat. That's
That's
his
it.
beat.
That's all I'm saying.
Beat that BBL Drizzy. Metro Boomin posted that. That's all from him. Like he done went all the way down to. And I think I'm gonna be honest, it turned into corny. Like I could see if it was y'all beef,
Yes.
but it's corny. And I think for somebody like him who, like I said, if he was so this person who you said put stepped you all the way up in your career and stuff, I just don't see where your attack should even be. What could you even get that from? That's why I said unless it's something we don't know, that anybody told us that he don't want to tell, it's looking corny. So I think he should go ahead and tell it because to me it's looking like you just a hater sitting on the side from him and make it look a little ungrateful too. But yeah, and the Rick Ross part, of course, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna think Rick Ross part is corny because I feel like he is clinging on to this for relevancy. Because
Yeah.
let's just be for real. Nobody was. If it weren't for Drake, who was gonna ever rap beef for Rick Ross that people was gonna care about? I mean, let's just be so for real. Like this is his perfect moment to remind people he rap. I don't know if you saw it that some shots or something was, Kendrick Lamar put his address out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and some shots or something. So I don't know if this turned into that. Um, but that's even uglier. But either way, if it's getting like that, I need Drake to be prepared for stuff like this. That's kind of the point. That's one thing I will commend nigga for. Show amount of beef. Being at the top, you really have
Mm-hmm.
to be ready for somebody to try to climb up there. You got to be ready for that, especially in rap. So, if anything, Drake he'll be fine through this, but next time, let's prepare. Let's not think we are
Amen.
untouchable because apparently he's showing it. You can be touched. Yeah. So if you did see, Amanda Seals had an interview with Shannon Sharp. Um, and do I want to say I was disappointed? I'm gonna say I'm disappointed in Shannon Sharp. If anything, I watched most of it. I think I only didn't get to the end of it, and even the way it was opened up. I mean, if anybody don't know who Amanda Seals is, she's a spokesperson. I think she do comedy.
Like an
She was
activist.
yeah activist. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
to be honest, she multifaceted. I'm gonna be honest. She do everything. But she is known by people in the industry. This is a claim, by people who probably just
Mm-hmm.
can't take her, but that she sometimes has problems with like working with people and they had these different things, but she don't mind speaking out about stuff. But so anyway, that's what really made, I guess, this interview appealing. Like that's why he wanted to interview her. And he really didn't know nothing about her. Um he was interviewing
I
her.
can
It
see.
almost felt like she had to teach him stuff about her. And I was like, dang, dude. Like, and I do, and I guess because he interviewed somebody like Cat Williams, so I guess you don't have to know nothing. You looking for the laughs and stuff. But I feel like if you're gonna take somebody, if you knew who Amanda Seals was, I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't bring her on here without us doing some research because I feel like
Right.
it's gonna look crazy, especially somebody like that with a mouth like that. Are you crazy? And with a brain like that. But anyway, so because he started off, he said like he called her parent. He was like, "Your mama is like Caucasian or whatever." And she was like, "My mama is not Caucasian."
I'm
Like she,
not. Yeah.
so as I was like, "You started the interview like that." Like, did you not even research this girl? Though I said, I think he really brought her in there for the. He felt like she was gonna say something controversial, and those would bring him views because I don't think he respected her as who she was. But anyway, I'm gonna just talk all over the place about her. So the first thing, and I don't know if you kind of sense this. I wonder, is it hard being like a woman like that or a person like that where you have this intelligence and this way of knowing stuff and then having to be accustomed to kind of dumbing yourself down to meet people at that same, you know what I'm saying? Like for her to do
Mm-hmm.
this interview and to have that conversation with him, she had to stop herself from being like, I'm gonna get up and go because you don't know what you're talking about. But she had to slow it down and be like, no, that's not what happened. No, that's not how you see that. So I do wonder, or do you feel like being that person with we know, you know what you're talking about, you intelligent, can't nobody tell you nothing. Is it hard just dumbing yourself down to be around people, you know what I'm saying, who just don't be knowing nothing?
Yes, it is, especially like when it comes to relationships too, like romantic relationships, not just
Mm-hmm.
like friendships and stuff like that. But yeah, I feel like it really is hard. And I think if we just go more into Amanda Seal, I think what we get from her or people like her sometimes is that tone can be very condescending, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very condescending when you gotta slow stuff down, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you do have to watch that when you're talking to
Yeah.
people where you just have to meet them kind of like where they are.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's just what it really is with her, because I grew up watching Amanda Seal on My Brother and Me, when she was
Mm-hmm.
younger and stuff like that. So it's just hard for me not to like her, but
Yeah.
I think I can see why people don't gravitate toward her. I
Yeah.
would say that. Like I can't lie and not
Right.
say like, her tone is very condescending.
Like in your mind, like we be knowing the right answers to stuff. Like we be knowing the stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
to save people and to not make it seem like you know everything or you don't want nobody to say, oh, you think you smart or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You literally have to be quiet and hold your tongue for so much stuff, or you don't want to come off
Mm-hmm.
as like that person with the attitude or not playing to narratives. And I think a lot of people don't realize how hard that is. And I guess being on the other foot of people who kind of just is quiet to everything, who don't really know much, I think they automatically gonna say you have an attitude or you know
Right.
everything or you think you're smarter than everybody. And I know that is hard. And I really feel like that's her well, people say it's hard to work with her. I feel like it's like I don't think people meet her on the eye level that she, like I think she walk around with how you say it, like this aura of she's content in what she knows and who she is or whatever, but she ain't gonna bend and fold to it.
Again, like I feel like that a lot of times too. Now, I feel like too where this is where you have to just be around people who accept that or people that
Yes.
are just like you. So
Mm-hmm.
I think kind of like with our friendship, very debatable. And I
Right.
think you allow me to do that, right? So
Mhm.
is when I have to learn when I have to debate with people, and it's a time when I don't, because it's not, even if they are meeting me here, like we
Right.
on the same level. It's just like this not the time or the place to
Mm-hmm.
discuss this. We'll discuss it another time. Or people where you just like, okay, they're probably not gonna get it.
Mm-hmm.
And I've also been on the other foot where I have a person who's very passionate. She's passionate. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
that's it.
She's
Yeah, that's
passionate,
it. That's it.
very passionate, especially about the Black community too,
Mm-hmm.
which I can respect.
Mm-hmm.
So I think sometimes we do have to learn to. We either have to be around people that is just as passionate as we are, and if
Mm-hmm.
we're not around those people at that time, that's unfortunately sometimes you just got to cut it off,
That
or
is true.
or dim it. And I know it's like never dim your light around people, but
Mm-hmm.
it's every blue moon where you just gotta dim their light just a little,
Because you know where
because
we can go
it
with
can
that.
go
Yeah.
left really quick, and not necessarily like physical, but
Right.
them words they be hitting me.
They.
But
I
that's what
don't
I'm
know.
saying. Like I've been around people too where I know they're very debatable. I know like anything can turn into a debate, and it's just like I don't even feel like doing it because I'm gonna let you have it.
Right.
So I can see it from both sides.
Of course, she talked about her time with Issa Rae on Insecure. And it's so funny because
Before
looking
you
at the
start
interview.
that,
Good.
wait. Before you start that, let me be clear with something too. And
Mhm.
that was just an example about the Joe Biden and the Trump situation, y'all. Because I don't believe neither one of them good. Okay, so let me be real clear. Because they were like, just it was just an example. That's
He
it.
gonna
But I'm
call you
sorry.
to
Go
the Oval
ahead.
Office. He gonna be like, "What I'm doing wrong."
Period. Because he is
Anyway,
Scorpio too. I forgot. But go ahead.
he was like, "Please tell me what I'm doing wrong." But anyway, okay. So, where she talked about her time on Insecure, and I actually didn't think about her character on Insecure as much. And if I'm not mistaken, did they not have her play a character that's kind of similar to how people view her in?
Kind of, she was like the pregnant friend that she had, like the husband, and
And
she
yeah, and
was,
she was like quote unquote the problem. Where she
yeah,
was the one always had attitude. And it's funny. Dang, I didn't even think about it. How Issa Rae and them, knowing her history, had her play that role.
probably
I ain't even
because it would have. I feel like if you're playing a role where it's similar to your personality, it
yeah.
should be easy. So
I
they
ain't even think
probably,
about it.
yeah.
I really yeah. So but so she basically not even give her whole spiel, but if you did see her part about Issa Rae, she said that they're technically not on good terms, and she felt like Issa Rae didn't take up for her in a lot of these spaces where she didn't feel represented well, where she felt like she didn't have a voice. And she said it even happened on set where the girls didn't even really vibe with her. She invited them places, they didn't come. They just didn't what she say. And I kind of course I don't feel like she's somebody who just tell tall tales. So I think that's the
Mm-hmm.
truth. She probably was by herself on that set where nobody could really vibe with her. And I'm gonna be honest, it's probably two parts to it, but I think what you like you said, where it's like this Issa Rae, which we don't. I like Issa Rae from what I see. I don't know how she act behind closed doors. This girl could be making a whole lot. She could be nice outside. It could be something else. But I think you could tell she's that person where if we're at a party, we're at an event, we're somewhere professional, anything, it's her first because her career is
Mm-hmm.
gonna keep going. So when she said it, I was like, dang, I kind of probably see it because I could see her not, she's not finna stop her career to be like, I tried to save this one woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though it might make a difference later when you take over people, I don't see her ever stepping out and being like, no, y'all not gonna treat her like this because she knows how it can affect her
Yeah, I
career.
feel like with the Issa Rae situation, it's one of those where you're not seeing how you're being perceived, right?
Right.
So her not taking up for you in spaces, and let's just use a general aspect, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm not feeling somebody, I think that's just any human nature
Yeah.
where I can like you at certain times. Like, okay, I can get with her, but I'm just not here because she this
Yeah.
type of person. You know, you
Mm-hmm.
you put your friends or whoever just in certain boxes. Like, okay, probably
Mm-hmm.
can't take her here because she
Right.
might get bored. It's not
Mm-hmm.
anything bad, but I just think it's just one of those situations because I do feel like she likes
Right.
Amanda, but just
Hmm.
in certain settings, right? So again, like you said, it's when it comes to her career, that is first. So if you're making a scene, and I'm not saying that you were, but
Hmm.
whatever, if you're making a scene somewhere, then I feel like she kind of has that right to step back and just be like,
Yeah.
well, I know she's this type of person. She probably got super passionate and somebody said something, asked her about her hair, and she
Mhm.
was just like, you ask nobody about their hair. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yeah, 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 yeah.
And it's and no offense to Amanda Seals because I do like her,
Yeah.
but I try to see it from both sides. Like you do have to. Let me say this: much as we can say, be yourself, no matter where you are, be yourself, be 100% you. If I was myself, wouldn't nobody like me
That,
all the time. If I was 100% myself, I probably wouldn't have no friends. None. I say that back because I do have friends. And I can be 100% myself around my friends. But if I
right.
say everything that's on my mind all the time, I would not have any friends. But that's 100% me. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
100% anybody. If somebody
Hmm.
actually said everything that was on their mind, right? Or did everything,
Hmm.
we cannot do that. So stop saying it.
Be
When
realistic.
you're around certain people, you have to act a certain way. That's just what it is. Is it fair? No, it's not fair.
What is
No, don't say
like,
no. It ain't. When I'm out, I'm doing this. You probably got a select few people that's 100% they self in this world. No matter where they
yeah.
go, they
Hmm.
gonna 100% be themselves.
Hmm.
Just a few, but the average human being is not being themselves. When you go to
Yeah.
work, you're not being yourself.
Nope.
Probably when you're around your man, well, your man around you, you're not being yourself.
Nope. Nope.
So that's the thing right there. Like you just cannot be yourself around certain people in
Yeah.
certain places. You cannot do it no matter if you black, white, Asian, whatever. It's nothing with race or sex. You just cannot do it. And I think
Right.
with Amanda, it's just she's always herself.
And that, yep.
And then she's not and she refused to turn it off. And
And
if that's what she wanna be, then that's how
that's
she is. And
that she.
now
Yeah.
we as people that's around her,
Hmm.
can choose whether we want to be around you or not.
You have to turn some stuff on and off. No matter, like you said, and I'm glad you said that because I don't really think about that, but that is true. We are never really 100% ourselves. Like maybe at some points when you by yourself,
Mm-hmm.
or I feel like like around you and like around your friends, maybe a certain people you can be 100% yourself, but in a general sense, we don't walk and talk like ourselves all day, every day. It wouldn't work. It just wouldn't,
Right.
and it's hard to navigate this world. Maybe some people are fortunate enough where they can do that. Hey, but most the average person just can't. And with her, she stand in what she says and does, no matter if it's good or bad. And I think the
Mm-hmm.
general person does not. Like we make sure we're not trying to do something bad, or we're not trying to offend, or stepping right this way. So I think that's her thing. So I'm gonna commend her for not caring. But like you said, that that's a strong mind right there. I'm sorry, because I care. I'm be honest.
It
I care how I
is.
come out. I'm be honest. I take
Yeah.
responsibility and accountability for what I put out there. If I do something and I say something, I offend somebody, I had to take responsibility for it because it came out of my
Mm-hmm.
mouth. It was a choice, and I think on her end, even if it does offend somebody, that does something. I think she just don't care. And great. That is, like I say, a strong mind, but the average person is just not like that. So I do think that's why she differ or stands out amongst the Met Gala happened this week. And if you know us, you know that we like the looks. We like to look. We like to say who's the best. So that's what we're gonna do. And so we're gonna give y'all our top three looks from the Met Gala night. Do you want me to go
Mm-hmm.
first? Do you want to go first?
You can go.
Okay.
But do three, do your third
Three.
one
Right.
first. And
Okay.
I'm gonna do my third one.
Okay, so my number three, and let me actually look at the picture while I'm talking about it because I gotta say something.
I
Okay,
think I got a
so
visual in my
my
head.
my number three would have to be Bad Bunny. And I don't know if
Okay.
did you see his or not, but so he kind of wore this like okay, with a theme, let me say the theme. It's kind of like this. It says some garden. I don't know. It's supposed to be
Garden.
flowers, kind of like garden
Yeah.
ish, whatever. So anyway, he kind of had this, and I was, and it's crazy because when this happened, because I'm a fashion geek, but I was like, please let somebody do like a black flower, and he actually did a black flower, a black rose.
Okay.
And he was holding a black rose, and I just like the headpiece he wore. It was cool. I think it was. I do like when the men step because technically, if you think
Hmm.
about it, when people think Met Gala, they think of dresses. But I do like that over time. I see it's changing that these designers are putting efforts into dressing the men, doing something different with them. And he actually, I saw he did an interview with Lala where he actually, I was wondering how it was sitting up right. That man had a corset on under his clothes. So that's just going all for it. There's no way I'm gonna do that, but he did that, and I'm gonna put a picture up so you can see it. So you can see it. It was well put together, and it was all black. It's actually special. So it ate it. I can't. It's my number three, Bad Bunny. It's cool.
Okay, I gotta go look at him. Anyway, so my number three person, it was hard to juggle between three and two, but I'm just gonna put this person at three and I'll just tell you why. It's Tiana Taylor. I love that dark red dress on her. Like I
Mm-hmm.
told you, I'm a fanatic when it comes to like dark red and black. And it just gave very queen of the blood earth or something. Like I just
Yeah.
loved it. And the reason why I put her at three over this person or
Mm-hmm.
people is because my hair. It was not ugly, don't get me wrong, but I think it was just set off with a nice jet black. I'm sorry. Like they're black would
They
have
bleed.
ate it up. So and I know she was trying to stand out a little more, but sometimes
Mm-hmm.
like doing too much,
It can
like I
take
don't know
away.
what looking, I don't know what to
Yeah,
look at so
yeah, yeah,
hell
yeah.
but baby girl, that dress, baby
Yeah.
girl.
Let her borrow it. Thank you.
So yes, I'm gonna put my girl at number three because they dress. But
All right.
go ahead, I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, I did like hers. Okay. So my number two, of course, it's gonna have to be Nicki Minaj. I'm just
I
have to give it
knew it.
to
I was waiting on it. I was waiting.
Um, and I would not because usually I don't like what she wear to the Met Gala, but I got to give it to her this time. Because it was technically the one of the most on themes. You know, I like when they actually stick to the theme, and usually she don't.
Mhm.
So this time she did. And yeah, it was cool. Like if you saw it was like painted, they painted over it 10 times, and it was cool. Like, and then it was the fact that it wasn't even like a long dress, nothing, and it still matched. Because I know they don't usually go for short stuff and all that. It usually be that big dramatic. It was like enough, and it was cool.
Yeah.
So I really did like it. Like it was, and it was vibrant. Hey, it's funny because I just thought about it. Nobody really wore nothing vibrant. Like it, I think
Right.
whoever designed her must have had in their head like let's stand out because it worked because nobody wore nothing like they literally stuck to them like either the
Flory, like
yeah, like
just
everything, all kind of dark colors.
yeah.
I was like, we doing flowers. So yeah, I'm gonna go with it because that was the probably the if not one of the if not the most on theme look.
Number two for me. Now, did they stick with the theme? Probably not, but I did like it. And yes, they are number two because I like them as a couple, which is Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union.
Yeah,
Gabrielle Union ate
dang.
that motherfucking dress
Yeah,
fuck
it
up.
was
And yes,
nice.
I'm fucking cussing. Okay?
Yeah, it was
Because it
nice.
was
I ain't
like
gonna lie.
mermaidy.
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm talking about first thing came to my head, like if I was going to prom, this the dress I would want in this like nowadays. Like
Hmm.
since everybody's so glammed up for prom.
And naked.
Um I know, like that's the dress I would choose. Just straight. If it was like an underwater thing,
That was cool. Yeah.
she was gonna get it. I love her dress and I like Dwayne Wade just the lavender suit, how he just let her kind of stand out. That's what prom's supposed to be like. But let
There
me
you
be
go.
quiet because I ain't got no children, so I don't know.
Right.
But they're definitely number two for me.
Okay.
I loved it, and yes, putting them at two too because like they kind of like one of my
Two.
favorite couples. So
Okay.
hmm
So my number one, which is so hard that I don't even know what I'm gonna put. It was between two people, and Dang, it is so hard because,
I'm
and
trying to
I'm
see
gonna
if
just
we
go
got
ahead
the
and say,
same person. We probably do.
my number one is, and I hate going with people who people already say, but my number one was Zendaya, and it was the second look that she wore.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, did I see her second look? I only saw
And
the
that
one with the
second look
long
was
dress.
the second look was the all black.
Okay, I didn't see that.
Okay, yeah. I didn't. The first one I didn't. It was too washed out. I'm glad she did change it to something else. So she actually came early for that first one. Like I don't think she ever come early. So she was like one of the first people there. But it made sense to me because she came back with a second. So
Hmm.
her second look was like this all black. I ain't gonna lie, you would eat that. But it was all black, and
Man,
then
you
she had
gotta
this
show me.
man. She had this big flower headpiece, and it was literally like a bouquet of flowers sitting off her head. And I think she did that so well. And that was one of the ones where when they say the theme is something like flower and stuff, I do like vibrance, but that black she did it right because the flowers is all I looked at.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna show you, but 10 out of 10 to me. I that should have been she actually only should have walked one time, and that should have been her one right there. Because the other one
Hmm.
I can't even remember. But yeah, that second look was in there. I'm gonna go with it now. Ashley Hagen was in there because she one of them like a Rihanna, like they gonna always say they're the favorite, but this one I had to give it to her when I saw that one. I just got to be fair. So yeah, Zendaya my number
Okay,
one with her flowers on her head. Yeah, I'm gonna show you though.
interesting. Okay, my number one for my man one. If I had to pick a man one, it'll be Usher. Of
Okay.
course, you already know I like anything all black.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
they do be doing
win.
that.
I don't care. Like, and I like when it's a long coat. It just gives real vampire-y. I just love it. I'm sorry, I do. So shout out to Usher. I like that. And a big shout out. My other honorable mention is Angel Reese. I like the dress because I like seeing
Yeah, she did
anybody
look nice.
who accentuates certain parts of their body because,
Yeah.
like I said before, I always when Angel Reese first came out, I was just like, who is her stylist? Because she's
Hmm.
tall, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it was just everything when it came to the hair. It's not saying that it was ugly or anything. It was just I know with her body frame and stuff, you could do so much with it.
Yeah.
I mean, she looked gorgeous last night. It was simple,
She
but it
did. She
was
looked very
pretty.
nice.
Like how they just accentuated like her neckline, that plunging neckline.
Yeah.
And the neck, it just made the neck longer. I love when her hair is pulled back in a ponytail and
Yeah, she
back
looked real
like
nice.
this. Yes, the color fit her well.
Hmm.
Just modelless
Yeah.
everything. So shout out to Angel Reese for that. Like she looked very good last night. And
Yeah.
shout out to all my tall girls, 5'11" and up. 5'10" tall too, but I'm just saying 5'11" and up. Like
Hmm. Yeah. That's my type of theme. So once I be at the Met Gala one year, hopefully they do that theme again so I can show y'all how to really walk in there like a tree.
yeah, you should. I can see you in it though. Like I really
Yeah,
can.
I would lose my mind. I'd be making that designer sick. I'd be like, no, mm-mm, this is not out far enough. Like, we gotta be bigger. We gotta think big.
Lord. And I'm
But
just
yeah,
like, no, that's too much. Just give me a plain white dress and just a
you
little
be in that
flower in my
mirror,
hair.
you be like, hold on. Oh, it's right there. It's right there, my leg. No, I just gotta pull it up. Please let me pull it up. My leg. My leg. Thank you guys for watching. And thank you for waiting for us to come back. Ashton took us up and through the jungle and through the safari. But we back for you. We back for you. Like we always say, like, comment, share, subscribe, do as you do, and just keep watching. Thank you for watching, and thank you for keep coming back. So anyway, see you guys on the next episode. Stay on your good foot.